Hello, my loves. Welcome to Soul Love. Welcome back if you've been here before. On this channel, I discuss the twin flame phenomenon and I dive deep into this multi-layered, multi-dimensional journey of ascension with a counterpart. So this video is actually a follow-up to my previous video where I discussed telepathy and multidimensional communication. And the truth is that I record these videos as live transmissions and I channel a lot of the content that I share with you. However, there are some scientific concepts that are woven into the videos, and sometimes I have to sacrifice accuracy and precision to allow the transmission to flow through me. And so we are living these times in which we are bridging science and spirituality, and that is in fact one of my greatest passions. And so I felt the call to record this video just to clarify a few of the concepts that I introduced in the video, the one that I published before this, because they weren't exactly used in the most accurate scientific ways. And I thought it would also be a great idea to just talk a little bit about this approach that I have to the content that I'm sharing with you, to the wisdom and the knowledge that I'm sharing with you. And so I'm talking about the term density and dimension as well. I mentioned in the previous video that I had heard in certain spiritual circles that the term density is used to mean level or state of consciousness. And so the higher the density, the higher the realm. And that actually originates from the raw material and the law of one, in which density is used in esoteric or metaphysical terms, which is actually inverted to the way it's used in physics. So I prefer to use the term density in the way that it is used in physics. So that would be inverted. The higher the level of consciousness, the lower the density. And so I refer to the levels of consciousness more so in terms of dimensions. And I know that in the esoteric world, dimensions perhaps are more so, or have been in the past more so used, at least in the raw material for sure, as spatial realms. However, I prefer that term because, as we know, the fourth dimension is the dimension of no time and space. And from the fourth above, of course, we're not talking about dimension in the same way that we refer to it in 3D terms. So in terms of the coordinates that you need to identify a point in space. So I just wanted to clarify that. Of course, it's a matter of choice, but it may bring up some confusion, especially if you are into science and if you enjoy scientific concepts. So I really wanted to clarify that. On this channel, I use the term density in the way that it's used in physics, and I use the term dimension more so to mean the level of consciousness and awareness. So another clarification that I want to make in this video has to do with the fact that I referred to the quantum realm as, let's say, quote unquote, beginning from the fifth dimension above. And that's also not scientifically accurate. Of course, the quantum realm is actually the subatomic realm. And so it exists in everything. Everything is made up of atoms. That's what quantum physics is all about. It's about studying the subatomic level, and In today's world, we also know that there's even a Planck level, so the sub-Planck level that's even, let's say, smaller than the atom. And so what I meant truly was that you start to become aware of the quantum realm as you go from the fourth and into the fifth dimension or level of consciousness. You not only start to gain conscious access to the quantum realm, but you begin to interact with it intentionally and consciously. And so I also wanted to clarify that the quantum realm, is present in everything. So it is in the third dimension as well. It's just that when we are at a third dimension level of consciousness or awareness, we are not aware or conscious of the existence of the quantum realm, and therefore we don't actually interact with it consciously. So to become aware of the quantum realm is also to start to become aware of the interconnectedness of everything. It's the realm of energy. And that's why as we ascend, we become energetic masters and workers, alchemists, etc. And we start to interact with reality in a very different way. The last point I want to make in this video has to do with the fact that I mentioned that telepathy starts from the fifth dimension and above. However, that is also not precise. In the fourth dimension, we already can communicate telepathically. In fact, the fourth dimension is the astral realm, and it's the most polarized dimension, and that is already what the shift from the third to the fourth dimension is precisely when awakening starts to happen. So you can absolutely experience telepathy even if you are mostly in a 4D level of consciousness and awareness. So that's pretty much it. I think this is a shorter one. I'm not sure, but I hope that I have clarified some of the concepts and the terms that I have used. And also, I hope that I have been able to express my passion for bridging science and spirituality. I think that this is a beautiful characteristic of the age of Aquarius, the age that we're living in. And so I am very excited to be able to create content and share knowledge and wisdom that pertains to both realms. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon in the next video. And it's so exciting to be here and to express so many of these ideas and concepts, and hopefully they're adding something to your journey. Keep letting me know in the comments if you resonate with what I'm sharing, and if you have any questions, do also let me know. I do my best to answer all the comments and also to weave in some of the topics that you may be interested in into the videos that I'm recording. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care.